sky is a beautiful bright blue in Holland, and it's that crisp blue that when it turns this beautiful color, we know we are deep into fall and finally feeling like it after being above average for almost a month straight. Now temperatures have topped out in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees, and this feels amazing. It was a bit of a chilly wake up, but hopefully you're ready for more of those because tonight is probably going to be even colder than last night across the board. We're tracking the first widespread frost and freeze for West Michigan and probably most of the state as well through the overnight. So go ahead and cover those plants or plan on it. Maybe make a note in your phone to do that as you get home from work because it is going to be quite chilly. We'll be dry tomorrow, but the next rain chance looks like it will be coming in late Friday into Saturday. Probably not impacting football games, but there could be a few areas of light rain out there. If you're not a huge fan of these chilly temperatures, they don't last all that long actually. We'll be warming up into next week, back to the low 70s, back above average. And for reference, average high is 64 this time of year. Average low is 45. So getting temperatures all the way down into the 30s is quite below average even for tonight. Big high pressure of cool origin sitting right on top of us. We're pulling around some of that cooler air from the north and east, but with clear skies, a very light wind, and this cool source air mass that is what's going to allow us to drop so effectively overnight. You can see where the core of that coolest air is. It's just to the north into Canada, but all of that is going to be draining down. And most of us in the Great Lakes are experiencing temperatures in the 50s and low 60s, below average. But our first frost or freeze tonight is actually pretty on target for where we would expect. It just is going to feel maybe like a little bit of a shock since it's been so warm lately. Temperature for Grand Rapids right around 35. That is cool enough to have some frost forming, but there will be some spots that are even cooler than that, especially east of the 131 corridor in our more typical rural or lower lying spots. Those have a freeze warning, and we could even see temperatures as low as freezing, 32, maybe even 31 very briefly. And this frost advisory does come all the way to the lakeshore. So everybody tonight needs to prepare on covering your plants or bringing them inside if you can, because this is probably going to be a killing frost or freeze for most of those little tender areas of vegetation. Looking at some of our individual lows, you can see east of 131, we're expected to be very close to freezing. Big Rapids, 30 degrees tonight, very cold. Even South Haven and Benton Harbor, middle to upper 30s. So a chilly night for all of us and only getting into the low 60s for tomorrow. Another day very much like today, although we'll see our wind direction change out of the south or the southeast, and that will kind of be the start of our warming trend that will be going on because temperatures will not be quite as cold through the end of the week. Friday morning still 39, but we'll be 66 in the afternoon with that chance for a few showers. And then it is up from there. Starting Sunday and beyond, we'll be in the low 70s.